something that's often overlooked, but something that has the power to change everything for you. It's risk, it's failure, it's falling forward. So let me ask you this, how many of you are scared to fail? You're not alone. Most of us are. But today, I want to tell you why that fear might be the biggest obstacle between you and your success. Think about this. Nothing in life is truly worthwhile unless you're willing to take risks. Let me say that again. Nothing is worthwhile unless you take a risk. Think about the people who inspire you the most. Maybe it's an entrepreneur, a singer, an athlete, or even a social activist. I bet if you really look into their stories, you'll see one thing in common. They took risks. Think about risks again, though, and how they might take your risks. Think about the things you're doing now. Nelson Mandela said it best. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. And let me tell you something. He was right. But here's the thing. To live that bigger life, the life you're capable of, you have to be willing to go beyond your comfort zone. You've probably heard people say, make sure you have something to fall back on. And most likely you haven't, because falling back on once doesn't fucking feel like wanting anymore. And let me tell you something. He was right. But here's the thing. To fall back on, something to fall back on. It's almost like people want you to have a safety net, just in case things go wrong. But I've never understood that concept. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward, and here's why. When you fall forward, you see exactly what you're going to hit. You learn from it. You grow from it. Bumping back? That's just safe, comfortable, and there's no progress in safety. There's no growth in comfort zones. You've got to take chances. You've got to dream big. You've got to be willing to fail big. You've heard this before, I'm sure, but I want to go deeper into why it's so important. Let's break it down. Failure isn't just a possibility, it's a grand dream. You will fail at some point in your life. I don't care how much talent you have, how hard you work, or how many plans you make. You will fail. And I'll tell you something even more important. You will feel like a failure. You'll feel like a failure. You might even think about quitting, but let me tell you something. You should never ever let failure stop you. Look at Thomas Edison. Did you know he failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb? And you know what he said about it? He didn't see those failures as failures. He said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I simply found 1,000 ways that didn't work. And think about someone like Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, right? But do you know how many game-winning shots he missed in his career? 26. That's 26 moments when people thought he wasn't good enough. But do you know what people remember about Michael Jordan? They remember a catch that no one could play, but all coaches were scratching their heads, staring miserably at the floor. This is the key to it all. You can't let your failures define you. They only define you if you let them. If you keep going, if you fall forward, every failure becomes a stepping stone on the path to success. I'll be honest with you, I've failed plenty of times in my life, but I never let that stop me. Early on, I tried to pursue a career in acting, and I was rejected over and over again. In fact, I once auditioned for a Broadway role that was perfect for me, except I couldn't sing. I didn't get the job, but I didn't quit. I kept auditioning, I kept failing, I kept learning, and guess what? Eventually I did catch my break. Years later, I starred in a Broadway play called Fences at the Court Theater. That was the same theater I auditioned for 30 years before, and failed. That's the power of falling forward. Here's what I want you to understand. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. Don't fall back on safety. Don't settle for less. Dream big, fail big, and grow bigger. You can't expect to achieve things you've never had unless you're willing to do things you've never done. Imagine this for a moment. Picture yourself on your deathbed, and standing around you, looking down at you, are the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. The ghosts of the ideas you never acted on. The ghosts of the talent you didn't use. The ghosts of the dreams you never chased. They're all standing around you, disappointed, upset. They say to you, you had it in you. You could have done so much more. But you let fear stop you. And then those ghosts leave with you, taking your unfulfilled dreams with them to the grave. Now, I ask you, how many ghosts are going to surround you when your time comes? How many dreams, talents, and opportunities are you going to let slip away because you were afraid to fall forward? You have so much potential. I see it in you. You're capable of things beyond what you can even imagine right now. But you have to take risks. You have to be willing to fail. The world needs your talents, your ideas, your voice, your help. Whether it's here at home or across the world, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, or anywhere else, we need you. We need you to step up, to give it everything you've got. We need your time, your energy, your talents, your prayers, and your kindness. We all have different gifts. Some of you are talented with numbers, some with words. Some of you have a gift for caring for others, for listening, for creating. Some of you have wealth, some have time, some have patience. Whatever it is you have, use it. Don't wait until it's too late. Take a risk, fall forward, use what you've been given, and give everything you've got. Remember, your life is not a straight path. So, with courage and resilience, you can overcome anything that is holding you back. Remember, your life is not a straight path. It's a journey filled with twists and turns. I didn't start off knowing what I wanted to do. I tried pre-med, then pre-law, then journalism. My grades were awful. I failed so many times, but it was in those moments of failure that I found my true calling. And so can you. So, what will you do with the gifts you have? Will you hold back, or will you risk it all and fall forward? The choice is yours, and it's a powerful one. I'm so excited for what's ahead for you. Take risks, make mistakes, but keep moving forward. And when you do fall, remember, fall forward. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs this message today.